If you've just opened Final Cut Pro, blinked 3 times and considered running for the hills, this video is for you. This is your crash course. We'll import some footage, make a simple edit and export your first video without anyone crying, hopefully. Hi, I'm Andrew, I'm a lawyer, and for reasons even I don't fully understand, I recently decided to start a YouTube channel. So let's orient ourselves first, shall we? Final Cut Pro's interface looks like a spaceship cockpit, but once you know what the buttons do, it's surprisingly friendly, or mostly harmless. The browser is at the top left, where your media hangs out. Video clips, music, screenshots from 2007, you name it. The timeline is at the bottom. This is where you build your video. You drag things down here and they magically become a story, or a mess. Obviously we'll aim for the former. Next is your viewer, which is at the top right. Like your mirror for your edit, you get to see what your viewers see, minus your editing panic, obviously. And then on the far right, you have the inspector, where you fine tune everything. Think of it as the tweak and tinker area. It's basically where I live. You'll also need 3 key things to get going: a library, an event, and a project. Yes, I know it sounds like you're organizing a wedding, but stay with me. The first thing you need to do when you've opened Final Cut Pro is start a library. So go to File in the menu at the top of Final Cut Pro. Click on File, and then in File, click on New, and click on Library. It says Save As, put in a title for the library and press Save. Then you go back to File, New, and click on Event. This time you need to put in an event name, or you can leave it. It'll have the date, today's date in it. And you want the library to be the library you've just created. So you click on the drop down menu and pick the library you've just created. You need that because without that you can't even import footage into Final Cut Pro. So once you've done that, we're going to import some footage. Let's get something into Final Cut Pro that isn't just your reflection on the screen. Hit Command and I, or go to File, Import Media. Navigate to where your video clips are hiding. So click Import Selected, and there you go. Your clips will appear in the browser. Next, creating a project. Time to actually make something. You'll need a project, which is where your videos live and breathe. So go to File, New, and now click on Project. Give it a name, something creative like Episode 1, not final, really final.move. We've all been there. Stick to 1080p, 30 frames per second, unless you have a very good reason not to. And if you're unsure, then you don't have a very good reason. So now we have a timeline. Cue the dramatic music. And we can move on to the basic editing workflow. Drag a clip from the browser down into the timeline. Look at that, you're editing. But here's what you need to know. Trim clips by dragging the ends in. Split a clip by placing the playhead where you want to cut and pressing Command and B. B is for blade or brutal, depending on how your edit's going. Delete sections and watch the magnetic timeline snap everything together like you're playing with Lego. Drag clips around to rearrange them. Final Cut shuffles everything else automatically, whether you like it or not. Next, let's talk about music, titles, and transitions. These will help you fancy it up a bit. Music first. Drag your track into the timeline underneath your clips. Make sure you keep it subtle. You want atmosphere, not a nightclub. Transitions. Hit Command and T on a cut to add a cross dissolve. Use this sparingly, unless you're going for a 1996 PowerPoint look. Titles. Open the titles sidebar. Drag in something basic and type your text. This is the moment of truth. Time to export. Click the share button on the top right, or go to File, Share, Master File. Choose H.264 format and faster encode. Name the file something sensible, breathe deeply and hit Next. Now your video is ready to upload to YouTube or to admire privately with a cup of tea and a quiet sense of triumph. So you did it, your first project, start to finish. You imported media, trimmed, sliced, rearranged, added music, titles and transitions, and exported a real watchable video. Not bad for someone who might have been browsing retirement villages last week. And remember, as a great man once wrote, don't panic. See you on the next one.